Welcome, guys. Welcome to the TheDukeNow channel. We're gonna do a podcast today on does college life suck? Question mark. I brought the legend, the Jesse the Messy.
Jesse Messy.
Okay.
I'm messing.
He's messing with Jesse.
All right, got it.
All right. So I brought my boy Jesse. Jesse, go ahead and introduce yourself.
No, pound it, man. What the hell?
I was gonna shake hands.
Okay, shake hands.
All right, just introduce yourself.
I'm Jesse. Yes, I am a student. Believe it or not, a 57-year-old student. Came back to college, and I'm here to do a podcast with one of my favorite guys, Albert.
What's up? That's right. I'm Albert the Dragon.
Right, well, I mean, Jesse, of course, you've been in the last podcast. Guys, if you still haven't checked out the last podcast, go check it out. I should put a link on it in the description. I'll put a picture around here. Just click on the picture and you'll send it to the other podcast. It's about whitewashing. So anyways, go ahead, Albert. Introduce yourself. Even though I just called you Albert and they already know.
Yeah,
so screw
Albert, there you go.
The Dragon.
The Dragon.
The Dragon.
Right, the Dragon.
Albert, it's been a while since you've been in a podcast, especially, I mean, at least for the channel. I mean, last time you were in the podcast when we were in that old office. Right?
Yes, our
dungeon.
Dungeon there.
Dungeon.
I
was in the dungeon one time.
A little torture chamber.
This is much nicer, actually. We have a light.
Yeah, this is actually the dungeon.
We're moving on up. We're moving on up.
We can see the people and they can see us.
Yeah. So we got a new office, and I hope you guys like it. Anyways, so again, like this one's about college. You're probably wondering, wait a minute, dude. Like it's college. You're talking about college, and you brought these guys.
These fools.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
we're here.
the reason why I brought these guys is because one, they have experience. Two, they're wise. I'm not gonna say the other thing. And and of course, I they have a lot to talk about, and they have again the experience. That's why I came. That's why I invited them here. I would have brought some, chick like Isabel or some, but nah.
Or Angel Baby. I just saw her today.
You're done. Get out.
That's it, my John Wick you.
All right, guys. So the first question I'm gonna ask you guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, is she going to come in?
Oh,
we locked the door on her. That's a sign.
That's a sign.
The door is locked. Because I know we have no women, no representation for the lady power here. Actually, they're doing the vagina monologue
right now.
Right.
Yeah,
No, man, I
Campus
tripped out.
life right there.
Anyways, yeah, campus life right there. So my first question to you guys is, what is your opinion and feelings about college right now, present day?
You want to go first?
Albert, go first.
Sure, I'll go first.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
What is my impression?
Yeah, opinion.
Dude, well, compared to how long I've been here, I
Mm-hmm.
would say that there's many more opportunities that exist today that they didn't exist back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using this as my second chance to really get involved. So what I've realized now that I didn't realize back then is that when you get involved, you experience a lot of new things, a lot of doors open up for you, and you miss out if you just don't get involved in student life at the college level. So
that's cool. So are you saying that you're getting involved right now?
I'm saying that I've gotten involved now. I've broken over those fear barriers and just said, the hell with it. Let's do it. I mean, I've always wanted to do it. I was always curious. Why not? Don't wait, though, as I did, to come back to school and redo, the college life again. I mean, do it now when you get the chance.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you?
As
Jess?
you started getting involved, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting involved, but I still think that there's more room to improve on.
Of course.
Again, Jesse, what do you
Jesse
think?
Messy?
What's your opinion on college life right
Messy
now?
Jesse.
He's talking about fraternities, getting involved. Of course, you agree with that. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
of course I do.
Yeah, but what's
That's a
your
rare day with Albert, but just the fact is that yesterday I gave a tour. I'm actually an ambassador here at Rio Hondo, as Albert is, and so we give tours to incoming students. And yesterday we gave a tour to adult students around some of my age, actually, even older.
Yep.
And I told them this is like a second wind, as like if you're doing a marathon, you kind of get a second wind where you get more energy. And the real world, everyone talks about the real world. Well, you go out the real world, it's really hard. I mean, it's really difficult. Right. College gives you more of a break than people think. I mean, yes, it's hard. It's very hard. I'm taking stats right now, and I'm bouncing around the walls. But to be honest with you, it's a good kind of bouncing off the walls compared to being at a job where if you screw up in your job, your chances are going to be labeled, and for the rest of your life, you're going to be labeled. Here in college, you can make those mistakes through any class, or in this situation, we could screw up on a line or something like that, and then we could fix it because it's not going to be carried with us for the rest of our life unless we do something really stupid. But I think overall, college is good. I mean, it really is. It's not easy, but I'll tell you, I mean, these people are looking at us because I went to the Learning Center. I borrowed Carmen. Carmen is in her 60s, and she just received her master's degree from Cal State LA. And Robert Diaz, who runs one of the departments in there, he doesn't even have his bachelor's. He has his AA, and now he's hired by the school. So the opportunities here in college alone are there, and I think it's great. But it's hard.
I'm kind of surprised. I seriously thought your answers were going to be negative for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm not a negative person.
No comment.
You know what?
I got to get you back.
Messy Jesse.
I got to get you back. Don't
get me started.
No, I got you back with that messy Jesse.
No, I seriously thought maybe because
What about you? I mean, you're a student.
Yeah, you're young.
You're younger than we are. We see the things that we didn't see before. What is your outlook like? What do you think?
So mine is kind of like in between. Because I'm enjoying every single moment of it, right? But of course, there's those moments where I'm like, Jesus Christ, like. Why did I do this?
Well, give an example. I mean, what is it that?
Well, I mean, like one of the things that really is stressful in college is kind of keeping up with your schedule.
Okay.
You know, of course, when you start off, you're like, man, I got this. I signed up for 4 or 5 classes. I got ASB, or you got, your extra things to go. You feel good. And the first maybe month and a half, everything's going good, and of course your body just tires out after.
Oh yeah, definitely. I already feel that.
And so I think that's one of the things that colleges really kind of put that like really into me is that be more precise, be more organized,
responsible.
Perfect. That's a great word.
Key.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that college really made me kind of take. I took that for granted. I didn't think that. I would have any trouble. Of course, in high school, everything's easy. But then college comes and you're like, man. Damn.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because you have 3 different perspectives. Because even though we're older, he's still actually finishing up his general eds. I've already been completed that. I already have my bachelor's degree. And you're starting off new right off of high school.
Right.
So, what I've noticed is that they've kind of like lowered the standards because it seems a lot easier. Than it was back then.
Well, what do you think, I'm sorry, Albert.
Well, because you haven't been in school, though. That's
I was in school in 1980.
Yeah, okay. Don't you think it was much harder back then?
No.
But I think that the information...
I think you're wrong about that.
No, I think the information has increased in a sense what you have to catch up to. But when it comes to the standards that in order to get your grade, I think they've actually lowered. It's not as challenging as it was before. But the information that's given, because obviously we progress as human beings, I think that's what becomes overwhelming for you.
The reason I say I don't agree is because, like I said, I lived there and I went through it. And I can honestly tell you, a lot of students were getting on the dean's list, not even knowing how to read or write. And I was one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. The standards have lowered.
Well, no, but what I'm trying to tell you is that even though the skill level was still there as it is today, it was much harder to have teachers who didn't care. They didn't care. And those teachers who didn't care passed you, say, here, get out the door, boom, and they became teachers.
Are you saying today or?
The ones back then.
Back then, okay.
Right. Okay. Because you could say it was harder. Yes, sure, because we didn't have the technology we have today.
Right.
In fact, if we didn't have the technology, I wouldn't even be here. Because I can
I see what you're saying.
I can check anything. But you know what's really fascinating is that the same people are here than they were back there in 1980. The same personalities. There was an Albert. There was everyone out there. And
no, not
even
for me. I'm special.
Yeah, well,
I'm special.
That's exactly what they said back then.
Special ed.
But
that was an old joke.
But
sorry.
it was, like I said, it was back then. Like it was amazing. I can tell you how many people had degrees that couldn't even read or write still, and they became.
I think that's still a problem today.
It is, but it may be right. As a teachers, instructors today, I agree. But as far as a student, Albert, yourself, myself, we're going to go out into this real world again, and I think we have an edge. I mean, I'm going to have maybe because of my experience.
Right.
But my body's falling apart. That's the negative there.
I think that matters.
That's true.
Where, like I said, it's to me now, I think it's, Robert said it's much easier, right? And then I agree with you. Like I said, I wouldn't even be in school. Back then it was hard. There's different circumstances, but the point is that the people that were there learning back then, or teaching even then, just get them off the street. Come on in. Fill our class up. They get paid. They apartments and
Albert, I'm gonna say something real quick, and I want you to kind of respond to that. So I take Uber a lot. Okay, and so I get to meet a lot of Uber drivers, people that have been to Rio Hondo, people that have been to college and things like that. And one thing they told me is, yeah, back then there was a lot easier to get a degree in something than it is right now. Right now, you got to take your general ed first, then you take your major classes. Oh, it's called back then. You could have just gone for your major classes. And
I have an AA degree from East Los Angeles College, and I didn't even have to take an English class or a math class.
So how is it easier, or like how are the standards?
I don't know, because how old was that person? Because when I went to school, I still had to do my AA. I still had to take care of the curriculum in order for me to transfer to Long Beach. So I don't know.
How long was ago?
This was around 2000. I graduated from Rio Hondo at 2003.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that around the same time?
No. They're like
so maybe
the
70s, requirements 80s, have changed. 90s. But I do know that it's easier to get a degree, but it's harder in the sense.
Oh, I seriously thought you graduated from Rio Hondo in 1942, dude.
No. That was my first life. I reincarnated. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was. But I think when it comes to now, I think with so much of the population now, it's a difficult track for students nowadays because you're in competition with so many students. Again, it's a lot of it is based on the economy, because when you have people who are losing their jobs and they have high degrees and you're competing against them to get the job, they're more likely to get it than you are. So yeah, and then I think also when it comes to like Cal State's, I hear a lot of students struggling just to get to the ones that I thought was easily. I mean, I got into Cal State Long Beach, but everybody's saying, "Oh, that's really hard to get into because it's very impacted." So many.
I mean,
students now it is
very.
It's very.
It is. It's very competitive because everyone's telling me, "Oh, you got in Long Beach?" Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm going there. And actually, one of my professors went to Long Beach. Actually, one of the professors here went to Long Beach. A lot of people went to Long Beach.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like more of a family. But they were telling me, a lot of professors, about jobs now that they have their masters. Yeah, you can get a job at a high school with a master's, probably a high percentage chance of getting one there. But when it comes to the junior college level or even university level, it is freaking hard. They are struggling. They are really struggling. Because they're saying, Jesse, I go for, and these are professors, okay? They're in their 30s with their master's degrees. And they're saying, man, I interviewed at this job and that job. And I told them the same thing I've been telling everyone. It's who you know. You know the right person.
And I hate it when counselors tell you, like, oh, yeah, get your master's and you can work here. But it's not that simple. Just like getting the job as a firefighter. It's like, oh, yeah, join the academy and you'll get a job. No, dude, it takes years to freaking find something.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you know the right people, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely,
that's one of the things about college that I actually like is that you get to know a lot of people. I mean, of course, I met
you meet connections.
If
you get involved,
exactly,
you have to get involved.
If you make the choice of actually go out there and actually make those connections, because again, I've been to Cal State Long Beach and I talked to the media coordinator, what's called Danny Lemos. He's the one kind of that helped me kind of build this podcast. a little bit. He kind of gave me some tips, and of course I have to go over there and kind of make that connection myself. And so also when I come back here, I'm also in a Paisano, so I'm talking to Carrera, also ASB. Shayna's a great person. Cynthia's a great person. Of course you guys great connections too. I mean I think that's one thing that college really it kind of makes people strong in that kind of way, is that you get to meet more people and meet more connections, more doors open. So
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this is like my second wind coming back to college and meeting young people, and they give me a lot of energy. You guys do. I mean, we're way off age wise. Maybe Albert's a little closer, but the fact is, well, no, really, because we were talking about how old we were, and a lot of people were like, "Was Lisa?" We gave a tour yesterday to that adult group, and they were shocked to find out Lisa was 30 years old.
I was shocked too.
And she's got, I think, a couple kids or something, but she went through a tragedy that actually gave her inspiration to come back to college. Positive. Nice. Very positive. Then it was Albert's turn, and then Albert talked about how old Albert is. And, I mean, Albert's, 39? And Albert looks like he's freaking 20. I mean, he's in better shape than a lot of these students on campus, and that, I mean, is really impressive. And then they found out I'm 57 years old, going to be 58.
Wow.
And they're like, wow, you're that, the way hair is thinning. It's not toupee. But the fact is, I know, because I see myself sometimes, I go, damn, something's going on, but luckily I still have my teeth and my health and part of my brain still, and we hear some kind of music going on or something going on.
It sounds like Jurassic Park.
I mean, hey, it's the castle. It's the Duke Castle.
It's the
things
castle.
Things are going on.
Aliens are coming out.
But again, that is weird.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think it might be outside.
The guy outside.
Can you see the guy outside?
He's a little lost there too.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know he's on a podcast.
Okay.
But anyway, I was saying it's amazing that what college can do to you. Albert stays freaking young. He's got so much energy. I'm jealous. I mean,
when I get sleep, though, of course.
But anyway, the ladies will say hello. They just finished the vagina
monologue. So if you're around, go check it out.
That was...
Show your appreciation for them, the vaginas.
No. What he's saying is not even close to what they were saying on the mic out there.
Should this podcast be called the Vagina Monologue Aftermath?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. It's like, it was funny is that I went to the restroom and then, I do all my great thinking there. And
the library, by the way.
On my throne.
You also have your phone there.
Yeah, and a thought came out. I was like, why don't we have like the penis monologue?
Oh my God, the puppet penis.
No, because let me tell you why guys don't have that.
Why? No, you can leave me on that one.
Let me tell you why guys don't have that.
Why?
Because I'm pretty okay. You were there, right? You went to the monologue.
I went to the one last year too.
Or in this one too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the girls just talk about like personal things, and they connect their their vagina with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Biology.
So I think guys, on the other hand, it will be like the Cold War. Everyone's just.
Yeah, we would be. This is a good lead into one part of college life.
Right.
Relationships.
Hey. Okay, guys, let's get into that.
Okay.
So
you want me to go first?
Well, I don't have one.
But you're available. He's single. He's a Taurus and not Taurus.
Taurus, yes.
And you're single, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Mess with the bull, you get the horn.
So talk about relationships. I
was gonna go into that.
You have a crush, don't you? By any chance?
Okay, let's talk about let's talk about sex, maybe.
That's another podcast. It's probably going to be our 100th episode.
Wow!
Yeah. Congratulations!
Already?
No. I said that's going to be.
Oh!
We're not even in 100. I think we're at 12 right now. We're at 13.
Oh nice. Shit! We got a long way to go. I'm gonna be walking with a cane by number 100. I'll come back. Hey, I'm here, guys.
Let's go. In our 50th, I explained some of my ideas to you, but in our 50th episode,
what would you do? 25th? Let's get there first.
No, 50.
Okay, all right.
25th we'll do a giveaway.
Cool.
And then our 50th we'll do. Remember that? Nah, I can't spoil it.
Save it.
Save it for later.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about relationships.
Okay, so relationships. Let's start off with Jesse.
Oh, okay.
Because again, you have more experience.
And you've actually met someone at school.
I did.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
He
his recent.
Oh, he's recent girl right now.
My recent girl.
All right, so okay, let me ask you this.
He's a player. Watch out for this guy.
God, don't tell her that.
Let me ask
Jesse,
you this.
Jesse.
Did you expect to meet her here?
No.
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 Okay, and tell me why.
Well, because I had just gone through a divorce or going through a divorce.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Damn, you just
represent the
just gets them and
divorcees.
leaves them.
Yeah, and I was in a relationship for a long
Used and
time.
abused.
I was actually in a relationship longer than how old you are. Well, not you. You were like 8 years old when I
I'm
first
18.
started it.
Oh.
But the fact is that I went through it, and I say, well, I'm gonna focus on one thing and one thing alone: school. School saved me, because if it wasn't for school,
Stay in school.
school is cool. Or
Go to the Marines.
school is cool. And it saved me anyway. So I was in a math lab, and she was in there.
Meth lab
And
or a
math.
math lab?
Math
Oh, math.
lab.
Sounded like meth.
And
sorry.
guess what?
Just wanted to clarify, people. We're not druggies.
Typical thing happened. I took her seat. Trip out. I took her
You
seat.
took
You
her
took her
seat.
I
seat.
took her seat.
Wow, what a
And-
gentleman.
and yeah, I didn't know.
Jesse, messy.
Messy Jesse.
He's very
Yes,
testy.
so that was
and,
messy Jesse.
Messy Jesse.
Yeah.
And anyway, make a long story short, we started talking and everything. Had a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
And she's 12 years younger than me, so everybody,
Not bad.
Wow.
Good job,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, well, it's a
Wait, so that means like she's
I'm telling
almost the
you.
age
Oh,
of-
believe me, I hear from her
Woman
all the
killer.
time. When you were 24, I was like 12 years old, and I was playing with Barbie dolls.
I hate it when they do that.
Oh God!
Because really? Come
Why?
on.
Why? What do you mean?
Because you're not. I mean,
you sound like a pervert,
you
man.
sound- exactly.
I mean,
That
it's
is
like,
true.
You feel, but now that we're older, because like I said, she's.
But I
12.
don't think age matters after both of you guys are.
it
20.
doesn't. But the
Agreed.
fact that
18
people
or
will
above.
say, "Did you know when I was this, I
Yeah.
wasn't even born?"
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like
My-
I was supposed to know that.
my-
was
my-
I supposed to know that when I'm like 8 years old? That hey, there's a person I'm gonna be dating in someone's feet. I mean, in someone's belly right now. Like,
Can I
really?
tell you something? Can I
Hasn't
tell you
been born
something?
Why
yet.
did to bring that up?
My aunt, she married someone that was like, he's kind of young, but he doesn't like. To tell you the truth.
All right, go.
Anyways, when she was graduating high school, he was probably being born, dude.
Well, there you go.
That's how.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so that's life.
That's it.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it matters after you turn a certain age.
Oh no,
It doesn't. It doesn't once you
doesn't.
turn 18.
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
That's
So I'm living through it. So I mean,
well.
right
I
now,
mean, I've
it's-
dated people that are half my age.
Really? No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
So you were 20. You dated someone that was 10.
No. Now, this is recently. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because now you make everybody sound perfect. What? When you get to that age, that's
He
the
doesn't
same
know
thing
yet.
you're gonna have.
He doesn't know yet. Yeah,
He
see,
doesn't
that's the
know
difference
yet.
of being
No.
older. You kind of
Exactly.
like you went through it. You kind of have an idea. So all Albert and I can do is look at you
And just
see
say,
your
"Poor
mistakes. And
guy."
we're gonna go like this.
Yeah,
we're gonna
welcome
say,
to the club.
Like in heaven or something.
Hey, you'd be surprised. But anyway, I met her, and she's
what's
at
up?
UCLA, and
Oh, nice,
yeah,
nice.
she got accepted from Rio Hondo,
Nice.
and she went through a lot. And the point is, that's relationship. That's my version. Now, Albert, it's your turn. The single guy,
Let's go. Hurry
single
up.
older guy.
Well, I came into school. Well, I got off a relationship that was 8 years long.
Wow.
And so it was tough to get back on,
On the
the
horse?
dating scene.
The
So
horse, get back on the saddle.
back on the saddle. And then so I just decided to focus on school only, just get my career going. Because a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, women look for guys that have a career, who have a direction." But
that's
Yes,
true.
crap.
I'm.
It's true in the fact that
wait, hold on.
society set us up that
I think
way.
that applies to everyone, not just girls.
Well, think about it.
No.
Just think about it.
It does apply to everyone.
But
Yeah,
would
you're
you
right,
would you
you're right.
rather date someone honestly that at least like college just says, hey, you're trying to do something good for yourself, or a stripper at a club?
I
I mean,
prefer-
I mean, a
and
stripper
that's
can
a
make
good-
so much money, man. She'd be
That
buying,
is a
like-
good
what's
question.
up?
I mean, it's for
And
me.
I'm not putting down
it's-
strippers,
it's
by the way. I'm not
more-
putting them down.
It's
I'm
more
just-
about like where they're headed and what good are they doing
yeah,
to
strippers are trying to get an education too. So I mean,
I mean, if
You
that's
don't
what
know
you're
that.
into, but that's something I wouldn't be, how would you
Okay
say,
with?
okay with? Exactly.
Oh.
Because that's
Let
another
me,
issue.
let me ask you this, Albert. Do you regret that relationship?
No,
No, you
because
don't.
I had so many good experiences.
Yeah.
Although things tend to not work out
course.
sometimes. In that situation, I've already had like a kind of or a forecast of what could happen.
Yeah.
I started noticing the signs, and then I decided, hey, it's time to get out.
I agree.
The
100%.
reason because is that if I didn't and I stuck with it, and if I kept that, oh well, who am I going to meet after? I've been with her for that long. I'm not going to find anybody because I'm older now. But you know what? I'd rather be single and happy than to be in a relationship and unhappy the rest of my life.
He's got a point.
He makes a very good point because, like I said, even with my girlfriend, after 3 years, she's ready to talk about marriage. And I said, so you guys even say that.
I think in a sense, like when you get at a certain age, and this is a topic that I came up with my friends who are 12 years younger than I am, that things start to speed up. Relationships speed up at an older age. It's like it takes, usually for me, I would say it takes me 2 years to get to know the person before I decide, hey, I'm ready to date you.
Wow.
Or like to be involved with you. And so nowadays it's like nowadays
it's called
it's
infatuation, by the way.
Yeah. Now it's like 1 year and then boom, you're engaged. The second year, boom, you're already married.
Boom, that's crazy.
So
I've been I try and explain this to her. I do anything for her, because I respect her, inside and out, and I think that in the long run, because we come in as an older generation or older people with habits already. Like you have them, and I probably have more than you because the years of habits you formed from eating to talking to farting, I mean, it happens. It's there. And the key I'm trying to explain to her is that, yes, 3 years we've been dating, or we've known each other, actually, that we're building from on. So I don't fart in front of her.
That's
I mean, believe me,
another topic right there you can talk about later.
Farting,
habits.
habits. Because
habits.
I mean, I talk to my sons and their girlfriends, and I say, yeah, guys, don't fart in front of your girlfriend or your wives or whatever.
I don't think that's a good tip to give them though.
Well, I'm gonna tell you it is, because I'm gonna tell you something. This is something that's really important here.
What's up?
Women in general, even guys, have a filing cabinet. What I'm trying to say is this: they will remember every fart, every minute, every day.
Well, I'm pretty sure
and if
they
will.
don't like it,
they're not going to say anything at the beginning. Of course not. They're building a relationship. They're getting to know you. But as they get older, they're going to build for certain habits. And they're going to say, something. I don't want to.
I think. Look, watch. Look, if you if you, and we're
The
gonna
guy
use
doesn't even have a relationship
Well,
right
that's
now.
what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Hold up.
All right. We're just gonna.
Don't make me smash all these mics. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, wouldn't you want to be with someone that is comfortable with you? Just I know farting is it's a weird thing to put in here, but I'm saying your habits kind of need to kind of be you need to be even if your habits are wrong to say, I think they need to. It could be a good thing if she allows it. You know what I'm saying? Because if she thinks that something about those habits isn't good, that's not a right person. Like, for instance, let's say what's the thing with farting, right? So let's say you fart in front of your girl, right, and she doesn't like that. I'm like, well, I mean, one of the natural things about a human being
is
right,
but it's disgusting.
And it's also manners. Correct, I get that.
Exactly, manners. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a relationship. It's not like you're gonna be farting all the time.
Well, see,
you
and
do.
I mean, Jesse,
Jesse might.
And all I gotta do is give you a burrito. Trust me.
I already
broccoli.
have a comment or a solution to that, because I'm not one for that. I grew up with my brothers doing that, and I was sick of it of him doing that.
I might just cut this part because
you can. That's why I told you to put this in a different topic. But when it comes to a relationship, that's why it takes.
How does Jesus?
Jesus. No, you can actually put a clip of Blazing Saddles, the farting scene. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is
it could be funny. That's what we see it as funny as relieving. Also,
yeah, it's a good topic because it does play into a role in relationships. And the thing is, you have to find out. That's why you go through a process of getting to know the person.
Okay, first of all, I'm not okay with farting. I was just kind of putting in
Well,
you're playing the devil's
right now.
Devil's advocate.
But let's focus on the relationship
I was
issue.
trying to kind of move into this the side of if you're not comfortable with her, then you guys shouldn't be together. Or vice versa.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to right now. Is you get to know the person, find out what their what's the word their
comfort zone?
No, not comfort zone. Things
negatives.
that pet peeves.
Pet
Pet peeves.
Okay, boom.
Okay,
cool.
boom. Pet peeves. You find out what their pet peeves are, and then you have to there are habits. does not mean you can't change them. You can change it. Like, let's say if you have a habit of like farting in public, maybe do it in the restroom.
Something wrong with you.
You practice doing it in the restroom. You know what I'm saying? You train yourself. So you can overcome those things.
I agree with you totally on that because, I mean, even like I said, women, believe it or not, sometimes, I'm hearing this from a lot of other women, do not like to share their chocolate cake. Okay?
I'm still focused on the farting topic, though.
Hold on.
I changed it, but
what I'm trying to say...
Hold on. Wait. Is that like a metaphor or like a certain phrase?
Exactly.
Because I'm still thinking chocolate cake.
I'm thinking chocolate cake, but I'm still in the part of because
like
this one was a big one for me because people say like, oh, you know, I've had friends who say like, oh, my husband keeps farting, you know, this and that. It's a big issue.
It is
because that can make and break you. You don't realize it, but you're thinking, oh, should you not be with a woman who's comfortable? If she doesn't like it, don't do it. I don't care how well she knows you. The question you have to ask is, all you have to do is just say, hey, I'm going to go use the restroom. That's it. You know, you can even tell them like, dude, I gotta.
Or hold it.
You just, well, I mean, try not to hold it. But what I'm trying to say is that she'll be comfortable enough to know that, hey, yes, we all do it, but you can just say, hey, I go to the restroom.
It's weird how this.
Then they can understand.
It's weird how this conversation went from relationships to farts.
It's the relationship
part of
because
relationship.
that is huge. That is huge because one of my friends, she said,
it huge? Is there? A huge
let me tell you why. Let me tell you
that?
because there are some women that are anal, and she said that when I first started living with my anal,
is that pun?
Anal, you know what I'm talking about. That's a
pun,
not
right?
You're in trouble, Albert. You're in trouble.
The way you guys took it, but you understand that.
Okay.
One of the things that one of my friends said that I found out that my husband squeezes the toothpaste tube, right?
Oh yeah, I heard
For
that.
For her,
too.
it's huge deal.
Yes.
Like the way she wants it, like rolled up from the end.
Yes.
And that was a big thing.
That's
She said
amazing. He's so
exactly.
Right.
One of the things she said that if I knew his habits before I married him, I wouldn't have married him.
Wow, because of toothpaste.
Because of toothpaste and
one.
amongst everything.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
That's why habits is important.
That's why I was trying to explain about farting. That's just one subject.
That's just one subject, but it's a good example.
It adds up to just that's it. It's a deal breaker. You know, for guys. You know,
so you have a lot to learn. I'm telling you, dude. You have a lot to learn.
Quiet down.
I agree with him. I agree with him.
Okay. I understand. Like, I agree with you all the way. Yeah. You know, I'm not.
What about me?
No. No, but I agree with you guys all the way. Like, I'm not saying. I was trying to get to the point that if you're gonna go for someone, know exactly all their secrets, all their pet peeves. Okay?
But they hide them sometimes. You won't even know until you're in the relationship.
Exactly, and that's why you get to date them because you start to. The longer you get to be with them, the more comfortable they become with you.
Okay, now because you're older. But see, when you're older, I'm sorry, but this is very important because when you're older, the skeletons in the closet grows.
That's true. So that's why I don't like to be with somebody who's older.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's a lot of baggage.
Well, but then
you wouldn't date Oprah.
No.
She has all the money in the world.
Okay. I don't care about money.
You get a Ferrari.
You know what matters?
You'll get a Ferrari.
You know what matters is my happiness. That's what matters.
Okay, this is
happiness is money.
This is where we're in this little area here. But the fact is, what's your dream woman? What's your dream woman? I'll tell you. Well, I have mine, so we're fine. You too.
What do you mean, dream woman?
What's the woman you want in your heart? Give me 5 things about that woman that you want. It's beautiful, healthy, smart. You can do whatever you want.
That's everything that describes me.
Oh! So all we gotta do is put a wig on Albert, clone him, and we got the perfect match for Albert. Okay, we know that one. We got it.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Before you get into that, I understand that, and that's where that's one of the main key factors of a relationship. At least a long-lasting relationship is marriage, right? After maybe 2, 3, 4 years, marriage, right? Mm-hmm. That's where I was trying to get into. I don't believe in marriage. I think
you don't have to.
I said the same thing when I was your age.
It's a ritual.
Yeah,
I just
said,
I hate it.
I told
it's
myself,
a business.
I said, I'll never get married, but there's a problem here, and you're gonna realize it. You're one half of one egg. You're gonna be one half. Your decision, what you're thinking, is exactly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But you're gonna have another half. Believe it or not, is gonna think. They'll say probably whatever you want. Oh yeah, don't worry about marriage. Don't worry about it until you get the cracker. which you don't know what the cracker is, but the cracker is something that you want from them. Whatever it can be. It could be sex. It could be anything. They could cook good for you. They're whatever. They're something. Right. And you're going to want that. Together, and they're going to say, well, you can have it. Oh, but guess what? I want...
Well, see, that's what... Yeah, exactly. And that's when you ask yourself, how bad do you want that cracker?
Yep,
exactly. I really don't want it that bad.
Exactly. Then be happy, and that's the main thing.
No cracker.
Be happy.
No s'mores. No nothing. No Hershey's.
Just said money wouldn't work.
You know, this is a time.
You want a sugar mama.
I'm gonna cut
that's
that
what
out.
you want.
This is a time right now where I normally like to say, in 5 years, hopefully you're big time studio and you got everything you want, which I'm pushing for you.
I hope so.
I want to see if there's going to be a ring on that finger of his.
It is
probably not.
No.
He's not ready for it. Nope.
Okay, you heard it here first.
I'm telling you guys.
It's not gonna happen. I put it on record. The only 2 things that are gonna be in my house are 2 dogs.
Okay,
that's it.
He's into bestiality.
Just kidding. We're done here. Anyways, guys, this was what's called the the college podcast. We went into relationships, but that is part of the college life.
Oh, big time.
If you don't agree with that, then dude, get out of your mom's basement for once. I'm just messing.
Or the attic too.
Or the attic. Right. Anyways, if you're in Texas, no, never mind. But anyways, I was gonna leave it at this. I was gonna ask you one more question. I want it in a simple 2 words. Okay. If you had 2 words to describe, or no, let's go back to 1. If you have 1 word to describe the college life you had throughout your whole life, what would it be? I'll go with Albert in this one. Albert, go, because Jesse went first.
No, I went first.
No, Jesse went first in the last question.
He told me. Oh, on the last question.
Yes.
One word.
1 word to describe.
Describe.
He's got it. To you.
Knowledge.
There it is.
That's it. You gotta be happy with that because that's my word right there.
If we were really telling the truth, Albert, if we were all telling the truth, we'd probably go, sex.
No. Knowledge and sex.
No. This 1 word. Okay, go ahead, Jesse.
I didn't say fun.
Fun?
Fun.
Oh, yeah.
I got 1 word for this one. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already.
That's called plugging, you know.
We'll call him.
Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much, guys, for listening to this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more, there's so much content. Of course, we got the podcast we had with Jesse last week or 2 weeks ago. Listen to that, and also we're gonna have Albert for future podcast or gameplays. I'll actually ask him after this.
Topic.
Yeah, for any topic. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. You're watching the Duke Now channel, and have a great day. Duke.